Hello and welcome to my possibly biggest video ever. I recorded this already before. When I was trying to upload it, I realized I didn't have an audio. I'm gonna have to do it again. Please stick with me. It's gonna be a long journey, but hopefully a good and enjoyable one. Let's go. Cold Zira. There is nothing too special. The glitters this year are quite bad. Most of the holos are quite poor, at least the autograph ones. So you can really just like the gold ones only. For me, the gold Zero Gold is quite good. It's just decent. The glitter is alright. It doesn't look good enough. I'm gonna mention that I've looked through all of the stickers in game, but that would have taken too long to show just every single piece here for you guys. So I'll put the holo in alright as well and the paper in meh. Next up is Tumao. I quite like the design. It's simple, but it has some, personal stuff. He made a smiley face from his name's big D letter, the D. It looks quite nice. I'm actually a huge fan of this. I'll give the Tumao gold a goat. The glitter is better than Gold Zero, so it's good. I'll put the holo into good as well and the paper in meh. Next up is 00 Nation. They have a really nice logo, but the background just ruins it for most of the time. The glitter, the blue and the purple, it doesn't look that good, but it's nothing too bad either. I'll give them an alright for the glitter, a goat for the gold, it looks nice, and I'll give very good for the holo. This looks really nice because the blue and the different shades of it just make it seem nice. And the paper is alright. No, it's actually good. It seems quite nice in game. And blue and white is a nice design. It's a nice match of colors in my opinion. Next up is Lotto, who doesn't have nothing really going on with his name. It's not a nice name. It's not too good of a design. Just a little bit big and sloppy. I'll give the gold an alright. The glitter a meh. And I'll also give a meh for the Holland paper. Next up is Taco. He has had this design for many events. If I remember correctly, he had it in Katowice 2019. I don't know if he has played any major after that. I'm pretty sure he had it in Berlin as well, and maybe even before. So the first part of the name says like VAC, but also there's like a check mark sign. So no, it's like check you have VAC or something. That's the way I see it. And the O has a scope. It's quite iconic in my opinion, and I'm gonna give the Taco Gold a no, a goat tier. I'll give the holo a good, and give the glitter and paper alright. Next up is Try. He has gone for quite a boring design in my opinion. He has a really high potential to do something really nice with his name, but he just hasn't opted for it. I'll give the gold an alright. Since GD is just alright, there's nothing else to say. And I'll put the others in meh. Now we're done with 00 Nation and we're moving on to M0nesy, and this is where it gets quite bad. I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the light background with the white text, but it is what it is. I don't mind the gold of Buddha, it's alright, but everything else, I can put the glitter in meh as well, but the paper and the holo are very bad in my opinion. They just don't look nice. Next up is David. He has a good autograph in my opinion. It's solid, you can see what's going on, but it has like a little line to add some detail. You know, if it's just a boring autograph, it's not good. If it's too crazy, it's not good. It's thick enough. I quite like this. But once again, the holo and the paper are just gonna be very bad. You just can't see them. And I'll give the David glitter a meh as well. I know, actually I'll give it alright. Next up is DGT. He had some design over there. I like the gold. It's almost on par as David's, so I'm gonna just put them in the same. You can kinda see they both are thick enough compared to Buddha that they just overall look better. Now I'm just comparing these two and I'm thinking, I think I'm being too harsh on Lotto and try. Buddha is quite bad. Maybe I'll just move it down to Meth and I'll just give them alright again. Yeah. And DGT's glitter is gonna be alright. And on this one the holo and paper don't even look that bad, so I'm gonna give them alright as well. Next up is M0nesy, one of the coolest designs. And this gold looks really nice in my opinion for them. I'll give them a go tier. The holo was beautiful, I'll give them very good. The glitter was the background just takes away the attraction of this in my opinion, but it's still alright, you know. Without background it would be much better, but you can't have it all. And the paper was alright as well. Next up is Max. It's a really solid design. I like it. I'll give them his gold very good. The glitters paper, I don't know why are they duplicated. I'll just, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna put them both there. Okay. So the glitter is quite alright. Nothing else to say really. The holo, you can kinda separate it from the background, and that's a good sign. And I'm gonna put all of the stickers into alright, apart from the gold, which is very good in my opinion. Next up is NKZ. I don't know how to pronounce his name, I hope I didn't butcher it. His gold is kinda on the par with Lotto and Try, but it's a little better. You can recognize the name, but I'm not a huge fan of the leather, what he did with the leather set. It's just way too long, it takes way too much space, and yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this. I'll give it a good, but yeah, that's what it is, nothing more. The holo can be separated, so we can be the paper and so can be the glitter. So I'm now done with 2 teams out of 32, I think. Let's go. Next up is Bad News Eagles, and I'm a huge fan of their red logo. Not such a huge fan of their golden things, but that doesn't matter for now. So their glitter on the red background, it doesn't look bad, and I must admit I quite like this, so it's very good for me. So is the gold. It's a nice logo, but for me the red just hits more than the gold, for them at least. Let me know what you think. The paper is very good. That's solid. And I'm gonna put their holo into gold. I just like the way that the red turns into pink and into white and keeps on changing colors. I like that. Now a really common trend I saw this year is that a lot of operas, or not even operas, just other players had a scope inside their name. And when it was done like for the first times, I liked it, but now I'm just getting sick of it. GXX is the second one already. Taco had one, but he has had it for long. He was one of the first ones to introduce it, I think. Now I'm not sure if it is a scope. I'm getting scope vibes. It could be like some sort of a screwdriver or a compass or something, but yeah, I don't like it. It's difficult to read. It's a meh gold. So is this glitter. The holo and the vapor can join it as well. Next up is one of Latro. Now I don't know what is going on with this. There is what seems to be a 7, but I don't know how you're supposed to get a J letter from it and an F letter from it. It also has a heart, so it's way too complicated. When you see the sticker, you just want to know who it is, not just user take the time and figure it out. That's why the gold is gonna get a meh. So is the glitter, so is the holo, and so is the paper. Next up is Rigen. His sticker is clean. That's all. I like that there is some detail, it's just not too stale. He hasn't overdone it, he hasn't underdone it. That's why the Rigon Gold is very good. So is his glitter. The holo is good, the paper is alright. Next up is scenery, and the same thing can be said about him. He has some design, it's clean enough. Gold is very good, holo is good. The glitter is all very good, and the paper is alright. Next up is M0nesy. The design is a little bit small, but it's nothing too bad. I'll just put it alright. You know, you can't see it, but it could be bigger. It also doesn't have a lot of detail to it. So all of the stickers are alright. Next up is Faven from Biglan, who is not even gonna play on the major, but somehow still got his stickers. Sin was robbed. Luckily, Faven stickers aren't nothing too crazy. Those are alright. The gold is quite good, but and I just the N and the F, I don't know. I don't feel like them. I don't like them that much to put them any higher, but they're still an alright bunch of stickers. That is. The glitter is alright as well. Nothing too red, but now we're just gonna get into this. B-Clan, Evil Geniuses, Spirit, all those teams that have a white logo and also white background have been done so bad that it's quite disgusting, honestly. And Faven Holo and Faven Paper are the first ones in disgusting. That's just the truth. Next up is Big. Their glitter is quite good. It just looks nice, white and red. Then we have Big Gold, which is a nice logo in my opinion, and I'm gonna give them a gold tier sticker for it. I'm just a fan of the logo. Next up is Big's Holo, and it's nothing too bad, but it's not very good either. It's just good. And Big Paper is disgusting. That's all. I think I'll just put all of the big holos and papers already into disgusting. My opinion isn't gonna change. That's just the way it is. They are quite poor. I'm gonna talk about other designs just now. Kito's Gold, it's clean, it has some design. This is good. So is this glitter. Now I prefer Green Bows, and that's why it's very good. It seems like a little bit cartoonish, but I don't mind it. It's nice. It doesn't have anything personally to it, but it's still a solid sticker. That's why it's very good. Next up is Circen, and I'm still trying to figure out what this could be. I'm guessing it's a sun by the rays of it, but it could be a moon or even something else. But I like this. It's something new. He could have just gone for like a boring design, put a scope inside the O and be like everyone else, but he has something new. That's why I like it. That's where golden is very coated. Gold is very good. Gold is coated there, and the glitter is very good. Next up is Tabson. Same can be said about him, but gold is just very good, and so is the glitter. He had this design last year. He would have maybe changed up a little bit, but you know, it's still something nice and new. Next up is Cloud9. Their holos I'm not a huge fan of. It's just like Zero Nation. So I'm gonna put Exile's holo and glitter into meh. The gold, it's just a little bit too much going on. The letters aren't very clear. It has a god inside it. You know, you might not realize this when you pick it up. I'm gonna put the gold into alright, and so the glitter. Next up is Cloud9. One of the best logos in the world in my opinion. Their gold is coated. Their holo is coated. I just like those designs, and they also look good in the game. The paper is good and the glitter is very good. Just a clean design overall. Next up is Hobbit, whose gold is just good. It's clean. He could have made maybe a smiley face or something, just a casual name, but I like it. That's why it's in good. He's I'm missing a Hobbit holo somewhere. See, his letters are big enough so you can actually separate them from the background, and that's why they get alright. And I'll give the glitter a good. Inters has a cloud and an R. Now I don't understand the correlation between it, but it's something. He's trying to do something, and I respect it. His things can be separated as well from the background. That's why they get alright. M0nesy gold is good. Nothing else to say, and I'll give the glitter alright as well. Next up is Niko, who has an heart and an X. You know, it's recognizable. I'll give the gold a good. It's just out there. The glitter can take alright, so can the holo, and so can the paper. Next up is Shiro with a little bit of detail. I think that's a scope again, and then he has a heart as a dot of the eye. It's alright. Nothing too good, but no. So that's why they get alright. It is just alright. Everything is kinda the same. Nothing stands out. Next up is automatic. I don't like this sticker at all. Some of the letters in the end seem to go missing. It looks like N or something. I'm not a huge fan of this. The gold can get a very bad. This can go very bad as well. And the holo and the paper is disgusting. Moving on to Breeze. Same story, but it's a little bit better. You can go understand what's going on. That's gonna get an alright. Okay, I have automatic again for whatever reason. And also Breeze again for whatever reason. Now the holo and the paper are gonna go to disgusting. That is just the way it is. Circ is almost as bad, or maybe even worse than automatic. I'm reading zero from the autograph, nothing else, and honestly, that's just a bad signature or a design, whatever you wanna call it. All of it is disgusting, and I'm basing it off of the sticker design, not of my liking of the player or the team. Just to clarify, because if some people are gonna think that I hate a certain player, then it's not the case. Evil Geniuses. Their paper is disgusting. The holo is quite alright. The logo is nothing too crazy, so it would be alright in gold as well, and so it would be in glitter. Hext, his first ever sticker, it's quite clean, nothing too crazy. I'll give it an alright for the gold. I'll give it a glitter. I'll give it an alright for the glitter as well, and the paper and the holo is disgusting. Next up is Nilan. He has some design on his gold. He has some design and it looks quite good on gold. The N is like a lightning bolt. It's like a trademark kinda for electronic. He always has it. Maybe it's a little bit copied of him, but it doesn't look that bad, and he doesn't overuse it. He could have done it for the other N as well. It looks quite clean. The glitter is alright, and the vapor holo is disgusting. Moving on to Tihan now, I love the player, but I don't know what has he done. It looks like a beat to me to start it off, and what is this in the end? Looks like some tomato head or something. I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of this. The holo and the paper can go to straight to disgusting. The gold, I guess, it's very bad, and so is the glitter. Next up is Ents. The gold, the logo is quite good, but it's nothing too crazy. The glitter looks alright. The holo was quite bad when I see it in the game, but it's more in the top half of the map than the bottom half of the right, but yeah, and the paper is just meh as well. Next up is Maiden. A little bit too much going on with the sticker as well. I'll put the holo in very bad, the paper in very bad. The gold looks alright. The glitter looks alright. Once again, I'm just having them duplicated for other reason. Next up is Snappy with the worst sticker yet, in my opinion. It is just an autograph, but in very tiny font, so you really can't see a single thing. That's why the gold is very bad, the glitter is very bad. These both are disgusting. Next up is Sanpeius, whose text isn't bigger either, but it was a scope. Once again, an opera with a scope. Let me just remind this. I like with the gold a meh. I'll give the glitter a meh. The holo is very bad, and the paper is very bad as well. Next up is Valde. His design is clear. You'll understand what's going on. He made a smiley face in the end. A common trend, but it's clean. It's quite slick. I don't mind it. It's alright. The glitter is. You know what? I'll put Valde's gold into good because it is quite good. The holo can stay in meh, and the paper is meh as well. Moving on to Face Clan, and we start off with Brocky, whose gold is really simple, but I like it. It's very good. The glitter is right. The holo, his holo looks quite good. I'll give it alright, and I'll give the paper version alright as well. Now it's Face's logo, and it's a 3-color one, and I'm honestly a fan of this design. The outline, the colors all look very nice, and that's why it's very good. The gold, one of the most unique, iconic logos in the gaming. It has to be gold tier. So has to be the holo, and it just looks so amazing in the game. And the paper doesn't look bad either. I'll give it a good. Now we're on to Carrigan, whose jersey number is 22. A thing that they have in Face Clan where they have jersey numbers, but also meant something for the Brazilians. Maybe it's a touch to the 2022 year. I really don't know, but I like the design. It's quite simple. He changed something up and it didn't go bad. It's good. I'll give the glitter alright. The holo is alright as well, and so is the paper. Reigns, I think he has a raindrop on top of the eye, but it's just a little bit too tiny for me. I'm not a huge fan of this. The gold can be alright, but everything else is quite meh. Next up is Robs, and in my opinion he has the coolest sticker yet. It is, first of all, the way I like it. It's thick enough, you can see what's going on. And he also has a Brazilian flag inside the O to show that the major is in Brazil. I quite like the glitter as well. It's a solid one. I'll give it actually, you know what? I'll give it very good, since it is very good. Now the holo was alright, and so was the paper. Moving on to twists, the least favorite for me in Face. It's a little bit too tiny. The T line just kinda goes missing on the face. I'll give it alright for the gold, and everything else is meh. Now we're into Fnatic, who haven't had a sticker for quite a while. Start off with Fasher. It's a clean design with some lines. It's good, nothing else. The glitter is alright. So is the... Now the holo for Fnatic doesn't look quite good. It just blends in with the background, and so does the paper look is meh, but the holos are all either very bad or disgusting. Crims, now his sticker is a mystery to me. He just has a K and a C inside it, and a crown on top of it. I don't know, something's gone missing. I'm not gonna understand it when I get it in game. Since the gold looks quite high class for the crowns, expensive, yada yada yada, I'll give it a good, but everything else for me is quite disgusting. I don't like the design at all. Next up is Fnatic. Once again, the iconic Isfar brand, their logo is quite good. Now for me, the glitter is even better than the gold. We don't have a lot of orange stickers. I'll give the glitter a very good one. I'll give a very good for the holo as well. It is very good, and I quite like this. And the paper isn't bad either. It's alright. Now M0nesy, with A's in caps to show it's easy for him. It's a nice sticker. This is you can see what's going on. You'll understand. It also has some effects. I'll give it very good. I'll give the glitter an alright. The holo is meh, and so is the paper. Okay. Niko does now, if you know, you know, the verified jokes, and that's why it's gonna get a gold. It also verified is like, famous, yada yada yada. It just shows like the quality, and I like that. The holo and the paper are meh, and the glitter is alright. On to RIO, whose 2 other designs were cancelled. Now I don't know if they were actually designs, but they were better than the one he released. I'm not a huge fan of this. The holo and the paper are very bad. The glitter is meh and the gold is alright. Now we're on to Furia, who have a home major, but for the first time ever I think their stickers were absolutely ruined. They just look bad. On art, you could have maybe had like an art piece or maybe some Brazilian art, or I don't know. But I think he just has gone for the waves, and the theme might be the Mother Christ statue in Rio de Janeiro. That's just the way I get it. If it is, then it's very good. Not very good, it's good because I like the statue a lot. It's in my bucket wish list to go to see it, but if it's not, then I don't kind of understand it. It could be just a B rotated as well. It's a mystery, sometimes like a mystery, but not this time. The glitter is a meh, but the holo just kind of doesn't pop off the black background, and the Holland paper are very bad. Next up is Drop. Just like Dry, he could have made something quite funny or just added a detail to his sticker, but he hasn't done it. That's why the gold is a meh, the glitter is a meh, and the holo and the paper are very bad. Next up is Furia. The golden panther or the puma, I don't know which one it is. It has became an iconic logo, and it just looks good, let's be honest, and that's a go tier sticker. The glitter looks quite bad, that's a meh. The holo looked alright, it wasn't too crazy. Compared to last year's, it's the worst one in my opinion, but it's still decent. And the paper is meh as well. Next up is Gesserato with an O between the K and S. Now I don't know the meaning of that. It could literally mean anything, but I'll give it an alright. You know what, I'll give it good. It's quite clean. I don't know what that O is supposed to symbolize, but I'm not the one to judge the meanings of the stickers. I'm just here to judge the appearance of them, and it looks alright and good. Now the holos are just very bad since off the background, nothing to do with the design, but you know, if you see them in game, you're just not gonna like them. Last but next up is Safa from Furia. Now I feel like he might have the same stuff that Art had with the Mother Christ on top of the mountain. He has a smiley face in S. Now, or it's just a sink. Now if it's a sink, then it's disgusting, because I don't know why would a sink be on the sticker. But if it's the Mother Christ, then I respect it a lot, and then I'll put it. It's very good design. The glitter is alright. The holo and the paper are once again quite bad, and I'll put Yuri also there as well already. Next up is Yuri. He has a dead head on the sticker, or someone who has got headshotted. I believe it would be someone that he headshotted, otherwise it wouldn't be too good of a showing. It's an alright gold. The glitter is gonna be in alright. Okay, we're finished. Moving on to Gamer Legion with Acre. It's a nice design, it's a clean gold. I like this, I'll give it a good. I will also give the glitter a good, because it just looks nice. Otherwise, and also it would just be gold stickers up here. The holo is a meh, and so is the paper. It kinda looks bad on the background. Next up is Gamer Legion. I'm not a huge fan of their logo, but the golden waves around the logo is quite nice, and I'll give it them very good for that. The paper is meh, so is the glitter, but I'll give the holo alright, since it is alright. Next up is Im, I think that's how you're supposed to pronounce it, with a crosser and an M. It's a nice clean design and I'll give it good. I'll also give the glitter good because I quite like this. The holo and the paper are meh. It's nothing to do with the design once again, just the background. Isaac with a smiley face and a clean, well thick text, and I'll give it very good. Something new, I like it. I'll also put the glitter into quite high tier, I'll give it good. And the holo and the paper are just meh as well. You know what, I'm gonna put them already there, just to save myself some time, and same for him. Next is Kios. I don't understand. The O has gone a little missing, the cross is a little bit out of the borders of the O, I'm not a huge fan of it. I'll put the gold into a meh, and I will do the same with the glitter. Next up is Yuhi with a clean design, and that's good. I like that. And the same can be said about this glitter. You're gonna instantly realize who the player is if you see the sticker. That's why I like it. Alistair, with his name, he could maybe added like a staircase or something, but he didn't. For me, I'm not gonna take a point off from it if you can, but overall the sticker is missing something, and that could have been a nice thing to add. Everyone has like the long line with his name in the end. Let me show an example. Cirque, Sun Payas, Flatro. The list keeps on going on. Breeze, you're not gonna stand out, it's just alright. So is the glitter. It's kind of the same with Gamer Legion. Their paper and holo is just gonna be meh, nothing too crazy. Next up is Greyhound. I'm not a huge fan of the logo. Their logo is literally a dog. The glitter is meh. The paper is a meh as well. The holo was meh, and the gold, I'll give it a meh as well. They're always the cheapest stickers out there, probably with a reason. I just don't like the logo. Next up is Inns with one of the slickest and smartest designs ever. It's a snake crawling around on the floor, but it makes out the Inns. I'm surprised it didn't came up with this before. It's really perfect. I'm gonna put both of his gold and glitter in the coated tier. Just for the design, I'm gonna put the holo in good and the paper in good as well. Just probably because if you see this snake crawling around, it's probably maybe you're gonna giggle, look at it and think that's clever. Next up is Lias with a cat. Not the first time, he had a cat as well last time. I don't know if he owns any cats or what's up with the cats, but hey, it's something creative. You're gonna stand out with the cat stickers. I'm gonna give you very good. The glitter is good, but I'll give the holo and the paper alright. Next up is Niko with quite tiny letters, and last time he played on Major, he had a Niko mode, which was assigned to the famous song of Travis Scott. Now the meme is dead, no point in putting that anymore, I get it. But see, you're not just gonna see the sticker, it looks quite bad. The holo and the paper are disgusting. The gold and the glitter are meh. Next up is Cadian, another sniper, another scope, but it looks like out of James Bond movie. I don't mind it, it's good. The glitter is alright. Fun once you can kind of see what's going on with on the paper and holo. I'm gonna put them into alright as well. Next up is Heroic, a really nice design, but I just liked with BNA. Their logo seems so much better with red. Then I'm gonna put the Heroic Gold into good, the glitter into very good. I like the holo. It was the same as BNA. Now it's just which logo do you prefer? I actually think I do prefer Heroics over BNA, but both are quite nice. and heroic paper is just alright. Next up is Jabby. See, this is what I mean when I said under design. It's, you can see what's going on, but it's just a full bold text. It's alright, but it's nothing too special. The glitter can be alright as well, but the holo and paper are meh. Next up is shoes with some eyes for the use. I quite like it. It's good. It's a nice design. The glitter is alright. The holo and paper are alright as well. Next up is Toven. I don't know if it's a sewing set under under his name, I mean. If it is, then I don't get the connection, but you do you. It's overall a nice gold. I don't mind it at all. It's a good. Now I have double holos, but I don't think that I have a glitter of him. It would have been in alright. That's my fault. But yeah, the glitter is alright. The holo is alright. And paper is meh. Next up with Tesses. Once again, a really bad design. Just small letters on a bright background. You're not gonna realize this. The gold is bad, everything else is disgusting. Just my opinion. Next up is Intelix Remasters design, the major one. The gold is good actually. The Intel just is nice, but maybe a little bit overbranded, but you know, that's the purpose of it, to make money. I don't like the paper and I don't like the holo. I'll give them very bad. And the glitter, I think it's meh. The team with the worst stickers is RIO. The first guy is Annihilation, but he only has Anhil on his name. You're not gonna realize it. It's all a little bit too tied together. I dislike it a lot, and I'm gonna put all of them into disgusting. Blitz with one of the better designs out of this team. The gold is good, nothing too special. The glitter is alright. And the holo and the paper, kinda like with heroic, you just are not gonna see them. Like with most of the teams, honestly. If your design isn't nothing special, it probably is gonna end up in meh. Look at its face, Fnatic, yada yada yada. Next up is EIC itself. Now, their jerseys are black and gold, if I am correct. And those are nice jerseys. And the sticker itself, it does look good. Now the paper, not gonna stand out from the beige background, very bad. This is supposed to be the holo. The holo was quite good, it's alright. And the glitter was just like last year, it was just a huge meh. Next up is Cabal, but I'll never see this. Is the bird just flying between it? I have no clue what is going on. It's not as bad as Anhil, but it's all very bad. Next up is Score, whose name is turning into Hulk in the end of it. Once again, I don't get the purpose of it, I don't like it. And all of it is very bad, in my opinion. Next up is Techno 4K. Once again, it's just meh. The letters are just two together. You can't tell it. You can't tell what he's trying to do. It's just all smashed together. I'm not a huge fan of this. Next up is Bolts and Imperial. Once again, just like Tessas, just like Zico, just like some of the other guys. His design is too small, the gold is very bad, but everything else is just disgusting. Next up is Cello. It is quite a interesting design to it. The gold is alright. Also the glitter is quite alright as well. But the holos and the papers of Imperial on the green background just don't look good for me. Fallen with a smiley face in his gold. It's a good sticker. Nothing to complain about. But the holo and the paper are just, you know what, they're not that bad, but I know they could have a lot better. I'll put the glitter into alright. Next up is Fer. Just like Axel, he has Fer God. I know he's had it for quite a while as his gamer tag or as a secondary name or whatever. It's it's a good design, but it's more towards the alright part. The glitter, the paper, the holo army for every single one of those. Imperial have a nice logo in my opinion. That's why it gets very good. Their holo is really nice. We don't have many green stickers. One of them was Entropic, but they did not make it. Now we have Imperial. It's a goated sticker. I like it a lot. The glitter was last year was one of the best ones. This year it's not that good. It's alright. And the paper is quite meh. Now we have Winnie. It's an interesting design. It has a face on it, but it's alright. It just doesn't stand out from the background. Everything else is quite meh. Now next up is Elise. I'm not a fan of this design at all. I don't see the G only with a closer look, I guess. My Insta photo is a 4. I'm not a huge fan of this. Elise is gold. Is alright. The glitter is alright as well. But the holo and the paper are meh because you're not gonna be able to see them. Just like most of the teams, the background just ruins it all. Now we have Liquid and their iconic horse is back, or Pegasus, I think. It's a nice and iconic logo and it's very good. I don't like it. I don't mind it at all. Now it's a holo. It was quite beautiful and I'll give it a good. Glitter last year it was more purple blackish. This time it's dark blue. It's a beautiful design and it's good as well. And their paper, very usual. It's alright. Next up we have Neff and the iconic sloth design. It's a nice sticker. The sloth is hanging off a tree branch or some leaves, or I guess. And just for the iconicness of it, it's a goat, that sticker. The holo can't be seen, it's meh with the paper. And I'll give the glitter alright. Next up is Nitro. The Captain America badge inside though is known as the Captain America when I think it was maybe I Am New York, maybe ESL. I think it was an American event and that's when he brought it up stage, and it's a coated sticker. It's really slick, it has some design, but it's simple as well. I'm gonna give his glitter very good, not very good, a good. The holo and the paper, just as with every liquid member, is meh. OC, another opera, another scope, but he has executed well enough for me. I quite like it and I'll give it good. The glitter is alright, but the holo and the paper are meh. Last but not least is Sekindar. I don't understand what's going on. The D&A are missing. It's like little modern, but I'm not a huge fan of it. I'll give it an alright. The glitter is alright as well. And the holo and the paper are meh. Next up is Mouseboards and their players. We're gonna start off with Dexter and the design of Sexter. His nickname, I guess. It's a little too tiny, but it's still funny, and funny stuff usually is good. It's good. His glitter is alright. The holo of most looks like straight off some princess movie, and so does the paper, and those are meh. Next up is Frozen. It's a clean, slick design. He could have added maybe like some ice or some icicles or just some frozen stuff, and it's good. The glitter is alright. It's nothing too crazy. The paper and the holo just... Whoa. What just happened? Moving on is mouse logos. The red glitter is not as good as in Stockholm, but it's still a good logo. The holo is beautiful. I'm gonna give it a very good. The gold is giving off heavy Stockholm vibes, but I like it. It's very good. Now we have JDC, a rifler with an AK inside his name. It's beautiful. It's creative. He succeeded well. Only correct answer is goat. The glitter is alright, but the paper and holo are sadly just a meh. I forgot about mouse paper. It is meh as well, just like Imperial. Other designs of their stick logo are beautiful, but not the paper itself. Torsi, an oper with a scope once again. I'm not a huge fan of it. The sticker is meh. The glitter, the gold, I'll put it alright, but that's a stretch already. The holo and the paper for him doesn't look that bad. I'll put it meh. Now Surgeon, another mouse player with a heart. Go in the end. Coincidence? I don't think so. You both can stay as well in alright, since you can do the same thing without the scope for Xertion. The glitter is meh, and I'll Okay, so next up we have Bit from Navi, and his stickers are what I'm looking for. I really like those. They are clean, they are, well, it's thick enough. You'll be able to see it from the game. It's not just that common, it has some differences. I like it. For me it's very good. You know what? It'll stay good, it's good. His glitter on the other hand is gonna be alright. And then once again, well, in Navi's case the holo didn't look that bad. It's the bottom end of alright. Maybe I'll put the glitter into good and the gold in very good, and it's the same with paper. It just, you know what, it's meh. Next up is Electronic with his legendary Thunder in the L of his name. It's, well, not a unique since Nilan has something similar, but he's the one that started it. I like it. It's clean. It has something. It's very good. The holo doesn't look that good. It's quite small, so that's gonna be in the meh tier, and it's gonna be the paper. Now next up we have a Navi logo on glitter, and it's alright. The background just takes it away. Maybe we just got used to with the no background stickers, and that's why it doesn't look that good. Although overall it's quite fine, but it'll stay alright. Now the gold and Navi logo, in my opinion, looks even better, since their default is yellow on black, but now it's gold on black. It looks better. It's very good in my opinion. The holo was nice as well. I'll give it good. And the paper is alright. It just is nothing else. Next up we have Perfecto. I'm not a huge fan of the sticker. Then just goes kinda missing. It's all a little bit too cramped up together. See what I mean? It's quite difficult to read what's going on there. I'm not a huge fan of this. I'll still give the gold meh. The glitter is meh as well, but the holo is very bad and so is the paper. Next up is simple, another sniper, another scope. This sticker has been used by him. I'm pretty sure it had the same thing in Stockholm, had the same thing in Antwerp. Now it's the third time in a row, maybe time to switch it up. Simple. It's alright, but it's a stretch. It could as well be just meh. The glitter is gonna be alright as well. The holo honestly looks quite cheap, so I'll give it meh. And I'll give it the paper meh as well. Next up is Samda Young, who is I think a stand-in for them. I'm still not sure if it's official or not. His sticker has nice design, like a dead face in the tie part, but it just doesn't look good. It's too tiny, you can't really see it in game, and that just, in my opinion, isn't nice. I'll give the gold. I mean, the design isn't too crazy as well. It's kinda in the one flat row or the Buddha tier, you know. It is what it is. The glitter is very, you know what, I'll give it a meh. But the holo and the paper are honestly very bad. Next up is Alexi B. If I'm not incorrect, it's the first ever mirrored sticker. So Alexi B, and other way around it would be Piscala. I'm pretty sure Piscala is the name that Goles, the Brazilian streamer, calls him, or maybe the overall Brazilian community. It's a nice touch since the major is in Brazil. I quite like it. It's different. It's what we've never seen before. I think I've never seen anything mirrored. I'll give it very good just for the ID and the use of it. Next up is this glitter. That's just alright. Sadly, once again with yellow backgrounds, the yellow stickers just don't look good, and I'll give them both meh. Next up is Prollen, one of the most interesting designs. Now I'm not sure if it is a ninja or is an Angry Bird, because you would guess that as a Ninja as in Pyjamas player that would mean ninja, and the knots around his hair are just the band he has around her eyes, but I don't think so. I think it's an Angry Bird, and if he has an Angry Bird design on a major sticker, then it just has to be good. Look at this. That just looks like this. It's just in another way. So just based off that, since I'm guessing it is an Angry Bird, which I seriously do hope that it is, what a goated game, the brown sticker is gonna be good there. Next up we have his glitter, which is it's alright. And just like with Alexi B, just like with almost any other gold sticker, it's meh. Not gold with other yellow stickers, that's what S-Tag now has a bunny, showing his bunny hopper overall movement ability, and then a heart. It might be quite difficult to read, but the bunny is a nice touch. I've never seen something like that. It's a nice design, but it's not on the level of Roll and JDC, you know. He put some thought into this, but it didn't came out as well. Maybe I should lower the mouse, but you know what, I think I should. And instead I'll maybe put, you know what, no, I'll just keep it like that. I'm sorry, but it was kinda basic now when I look at other things out there. S-Tag, I'll give your glitter an alright. And the same old story, the paper and the holo are meh. Now we have NIP itself. Am I missing a few stickers here? The holo and the paper, okay, here they are. I don't know why it's mixed up like that, I'll mention it again. The gold, the golden shuriken, It's alright. It's not a crazy good logo. I prefer the old one if I'm honest, but it's still a good sticker overall. The holo looked really nice in my opinion. It was like yellow, blue, green vibes, like seed kind of vibes. I liked it. I'll give it very good. Next up is there glitter. The yellow on the red stands out quite nice. I don't mind it too much. I'll actually give it good. And next up is NIP paper, yellow and white. I don't know even if it is yellow, it's more like acid yellow or green. I'll give it alright. Now we have Hampus. Once again with this 3 and 0. I don't know what does it mean. Third version of something. It's an alright design, but it's a meh. It just is. Next up is this glitter. Same story. I'll give her holo very bad, and I'll give the paper very bad as well. I actually think I'll just need a new tier for the things that have been duplicated, so they will not block my vision. So we have torso, insertion, bit. Okay, now we're on to Reyes. We haven't had him yet. So the gold says maybe it's an equal sign which shows it's S for him. I don't know, I'm trying to figure it out. It's an alright design. It's quite similar to Hampus. It's a bit of a meh, honestly. You could have maybe done something M0nesy did, but I don't know. Just trying to give some ideas, give some thought. But yeah, his sticker on yellow and holo look quite, you know what, maybe very bad is a bit of a stretch, because here are some absolutely bad designs who don't look that nice off the background. I don't mind this. Maybe I should move them to meh as well. Next up is texture, and something really new. I think he only has, once again, it could be a scope, which it is in my opinion. He doesn't have a single letter apart from the S from his name, and maybe a D as well. It's clearly something new, but I'm not a huge fan of the design. I'll give it a glitter and meh. Next up is gold, and now this one I like. This looks like something really high class. That looks like something you might find of a wine bottle, or you know, in some villas and stuff, just like stuff like that. I don't know, it just gives me just like high class vibes, and it looks nice as a gold. I'll give it very good, but on the other stickers, it just doesn't look nice in my opinion. It's trying to be different, which might be a good thing, but the execution wasn't there this time. Next up is Fico. Really normal gold. It's nothing crazy good, but you will see the name. That's what's important to me while I'm making this list. You want to see who it belongs to. Maybe I'll even put it very good. Nah, good is fine. Next up is this glitter, which is alright. And now we have the holo and the paper. The holo looked quite decent. I'll give it alright as well. And I will do the same with the paper. You know what, I'll actually, yeah, the paper can be alright as well. Now we have flames. Now when I said I don't like when there's too much stuff, I think this is literally the perfect sticker. It has a flaming hoop, it has a design, but you can still see what's going on. You will still see the name, and that's, for me, it's just really cool, and I honestly am a huge fan of this. and that's why it'll get a goat tier sticker from me. It's just different, but it has been done well. Now it is glitter, which is good. Now we have his Holland paper, which are both alright. Now we have the OG logo, one of the craziest logos ever, just because of the fact they have their actual Red Bull branding, and Red Bull has made once again perfect branding or marketing to get their logo inside the game as well on the sticker. I really like the logo. It's slick. It's giving like high tier vibes. That might have some bias, but it's either very good or goated. But just because I like the org, I like the logo. Overall, as the blue version as well, I'll give it goated. The holo is very good. Now the glitter, the dark blue, the shiny dark blue, just like liquids, it looks really nice, and that's why I'll give it. I'm pretty sure liquids glitter is here as well. Okay, it's in good. I'll give it that as well. It's kinda identical. This one just has the Red Bull stickers on it. Not Red Bull stickers, the Red Bull logo on it. And the paper is still a beautiful logo. And I'll give it alright. Now we have Neo Frag. His gold. See, this is maybe a little boring. This is just written in a normal way they would write their name. It's nothing crazy, it's just alright. Now we have his glitter, which for me is alright as well, but it doesn't look that good on paper. I'll give it a meh. And I'll give the holo a meh as well. Now we do have Nexa with the Sexa sticker, and this will go down as one of the GOAT stickers this time as well. He's doing another Dig Stacy thing. I guess you can say that, where you do something funny with your name, make it sexual, make it interesting, make it different from the others. That's why it gets the GOAT tier. Nothing else to say really. The glitter looked really nice as well. I'll give it very good. Now the holo version was alright. Overall it just doesn't look that good, and the paper is in kinda the same place for me. Maybe a top tier meh, maybe a bottom tier alright. No, but yeah, let's do that. Next up we have Outsiders. Now why are they also separated? We have their gold. I'm not a huge fan of the Badger logo. I know that it's not org, it's just a temporary thing, but it's a meh, honestly. Now the paper, I'm not a huge fan of this. It's not disgusting, but it's quite bad. The holo was beautiful, the purple. We don't have many purple stickers or like purple logos apart from M0nesy, and now then it's just up to you which one would you prefer. I'll give it a good. And the glitter version is gonna be alright for me. Next up we have Fame with a star on his sticker, which is like to show the fame or the status. I quite like it. It's nice. I'll give it. It's not boring. It's a nice design. You will understand what's going on. I'll give it very good. The glitter is gonna be just alright for me. The holo doesn't look bad. I'll give it an alright as well. Now we have his paper, and that's alright as well. Next up, Flit with a Molotov in his name. It's a clean design. It's gonna be a good tier. Maybe we could have done something else, a little, maybe like added a flick or something. I don't know, I'm not gonna tell the people how to do their designs. I'm just trying to give some insight, give some thought. Now I've lost it. Well, that's a little bit awkward. Okay, it's kind of missing sadly, but it would be very good. Not very good, it would be good. Glitter is gonna be alright for him. And so will the holo and so will the paper as well. Alright, next up we have James, and we possibly have made the best sticker of this major if he had like a little joke about James time. Maybe he doesn't like the way that people joke about that. I don't know, it looked like chain to me, and the last thing I want was on my gun. It's probably one of the most American white mom's name. Not a fan of this. I'll give the holo a meh. I'll give it a paper a meh as well. You know what, I'll move the... Where did I put the James Colton? I would have given it meh as well. Now we have Norbert with a crown on top of the R. It's an okay design, but it's, you know what, that's just alright. The gold is kind of the same. It's a little bit too small to put higher, but you can still see what's going on. Now the holo is just... It is just a meh. And I'll give it the paper a meh as well. Next up is Kickert. Another smiley face, another heart. Just too basic, but it works. It's a good sticker on gold. Nothing more to say. Maybe I'm too critical. I just realized how many of them are in low tiers, but or maybe it just goes to show how bad the stickers are in this event. I'll give the Kicker glitter an alright. The holo is alright as well. You know what? To show consistency, James holo is there, Norbert holo is there, Kicker holo is there as well. And I'll give the paper a meh as well. Now moving on to our third last team, which is gonna be Team Spirit. Starting off with Chopper, who has his name in Cyrillic or in Russian language. Most of the world won't understand it. I do, but I'm not still a huge fan of this. I'd like to see it be international. But it is what it is. That's why it gets a good tier. Nothing else. Maybe I put it in alright. I think I put it alright. Yeah, it's okay. Alright it is. Now the holo on the white, in this case, it doesn't look that bad. They have been placed with more of a yellow design. But oh boy, how does the paper look disgusting. You just can't see it. Here it's a little bit out, but in the game it is terrific. Now I forgot about Shame Glitter for whatever reason, and it's gonna be a meh as well. Now moving on to normal spirit logo. The golden dragon, it is okay, but it's similar to Furia, but it's just the way the head is. I'm not a huge fan of their logo overall, but it is a good sticker. Now we have their glitter, yellow and white and red. It looks alright. It's nothing too crazy, but it's nothing to complain about either. I'll give it alright. Now their holo looks nice. White and blue, I'm getting more like early Cloud9 vibes, LLC vibes. It's a nice, beautiful design. I like the way the color moves. I'll give it very good, honestly. And now Spirit Paper, they have been blessed with more of a darker outline on their logo, so it kinda still stands out, but it's still very bad. I'm not a huge fan of this. Magic's, his is just maybe not disgusting, that's being too mean, but the holo and paper are very bad based off the background. On the gold, overall on his sticker he has like the marshmallow, the music artist face, or just a smiley face with X eyes. It's alright, it's nothing crazy. The glitter is alright as well. Now we're moving on to M0nesy. Had the same design last time. It's a bit stale, but it's fine. I'll give it alright. Now we have his glitter, and that is just alright as well. Now we have his holo, his holo, which is very bad, just off the background. The next up is Siren, aka Naf's copy, or at least on the end part, and we don't like copycats here, but the sticker is nice. It's alright. His glitter is quite meh, and the Holland papers just look bad, so they'll get very bad tier. Next up is Wonderful with a clean design, but he could have added maybe more of like, you know, make it more wonderful, add some like happiness or stuff, I don't know. He has a nice name, he could make it work well, but he has done it okay. I'll give it good. The glitter is alright, it is nothing too crazy, but it still is. It is out there, I don't mind it, it's alright. And the Holland paper text is slightly too tiny for it to be any higher than very bad. Now we're moving on to Sprout, who have their first ever stickers after quite a while. We're just gonna start off with their gold. I like the leaves, I like the becoming start of the plant that can be seen there, the sprout overall. It's a unique logo, but I want something similar, but on major stickers at least it is unique. It's good. The holo was beautiful. We don't have many green stickers apart from Entropic and Imperial, so that's why it gets good raised for me, because I like the color of green. Imperial green holo made it gold. It would be only correct if this does as well. Now Sprouts glitter is gonna be the green and red. Once again, a really nice color combo in my opinion. I'll give it alright. Next up is lungs. This design is way too small. The end goes missing a little. See, it end goes missing a little. The smiley face is a nice touch, but everyone does it. It's getting kind of boring after quite a while. I'll give the gold a meh. I'm not a huge fan of it. The glitter can get alright as well. know what, I'll give it a meh, why not. Now the hole on the paper, honestly look quite disgusting, you can't tell what's going on. Like the same case we had with bolts, you just can't see what's going on. And is that bolts as well? Did we have double bolt sticker as well? It turns out we did. Okay, this is a bit of a mess. I apologize, but you know, I thought it was a nice idea, made it happen. Now here we are. Sprout paper, somehow I forgot about that one. It's still a nice design, I like it red. Next up is refresh, one of the coolest looking, most unique stickers. He has the F5 key, which is the refresh key, also has the refresh arrows, and his name is refresh. A really creative, really clever idea, only right would be if it's in code tier. Next up is his glitter. I don't mind it a lot, but I'm not a huge fan of this still. I'll give it alright. Now we have his holo and paper. Design is nice, but it won't make a huge difference. They look quite bad on the green background. I'll give it both of them a meh. Now we have slacks, another offer, another scope. We need to see some major improvements from the autographs next time, because in majority most of the stuff just looks identical and it really doesn't matter. I'll give the gold, you know what, I'll give it a meh. Let's be a little bit harsh on them. His glitter is gonna be just a meh as well. And I'm not a fan of the paper and the holo, which would mean it's... Yeah, you know what, it actually is quite disgusting. Now we have a star with a leaf inside of this. It is a nice touch, but the name is just written in a casual way, the way you write in the school book. Just nothing else, it's alright. I'll give the glitter an alright as well. Yeah, and now we have his paper and holo. They look quite disgusting because you just can't see them. Now we have Siphon with heart monitor rates under his name. I don't get the touch, but it might mean something to him. Maybe I've just missed something. It's an alright design. Next up is his glitter, and I'll give it alright as well. Overall, Sprout have had quite disgusting designs. Refresh carried them. Maybe I will move Siphon up to very bad because his name can be seen. And we're off to our last team, Vitality. We start off with Apex. He has had the last design, at least last time in Antwerp, I don't know, maybe even before. It's a design not to be complained about, but I still do. It's a little bit boring, I'll give it a good. His glitter is just alright as well. I had unboxed his holo last year and I was really happy, it looked really nice. This year it's not the case. I'll give it alright, but that is a stretch. And his paper, the white and orange, doesn't look that bad, it's giving me like some cocktail vibes. I'll give it alright as well. Next up is Dupree, and also I might add two things. Apex's career is quite near the end and it just writes a casual Apex with nothing in it. I mean, like, look at Fallen or some of the other guys who know it might be one of the last majors. They made the design a little more interesting. Dupree, same goes for you. You're reaching your final year as well. You've been to every major, but your sticker just looks like every other one. I'm not really happy about it. I'll give it good. The glitter is gonna be just alright. The holo and the paper both look a little meh. Maybe I'll move the paper. You know what? Nah, let's stick with my position meh. Next up we have the Vitality logos, another animal theme. The golden bee looks quite alright, but there is better out there. It'll get good. the glitter, yellow, white on red. Nestle don't mind it, but I'm not a huge fan of it either. I'll give it alright. Now we have the holo. Without the holo usually is quite beautiful. It's the same case this year. I don't mind it. I'll give it good there. You can leave it next to gold. And the paper, I'll give it an alright. That's what it is. Now we have Magisk. I'm pretty sure he was the one that had like the buck horns. Or maybe it was Evo. You can add little something. I don't mind the sticker at all, but you know, there is potential to be had. You could make it better, but it's still a good sticker. Next up we have his glitter, which I'll give an alright. Now we have his holo, which I'll give alright as well. And now we have his paper, which, wait, no, that's not his paper. That's his paper, and I'll give it an alright as well. You know what? I think I was a little bit too tough on Dupree. All of his mates are in alright there. The sticker is the same. The design is not too bad. I'll move him up a tier as well. Now we have Spinks. As the French life got into him, that just looks like crossed up French fries for me, or maybe it's something to do with the religion. I'm not sure. I hope I did not offend anyone. It's a nice design. I don't mind it, but it's nothing too special. It's a good design. Next up we have his glitter. And I'll give it alright, yeah. And I'll give his holo and his paper alright as well. Last but definitely not least is Saivu, and I absolutely love the sticker. It says Saihu on this with a question mark. It's a his reply to the haters. Made it on a sticker. He's shushing all the haters. I absolutely love this. It's a go-tier sticker for me. We've never seen anything quite similar, and I'll be honest, Saibu doesn't look like the type of the guy that would do this, but he has done it. I'm quite proud of him. Alright for his glitter, and I'll do the same for both of his holo and paper. Alright, and now we have the paper. Alright, we're in the end. Now, am I too tough? Am I too critical? Or is the overall major sticker quality just gone down? Let's say anything above good is good. Maybe you can have some alrights up there as well. Alright is just like, you know, a C in school. You don't mind it, you're not happy with it, but you'll take it any day of the week for a tough test. These are all really nice stickers. Maybe I overrated some of them, maybe I underrated some of them in here or even lower below. But if you look that there is just that few up here and just endless and endless of stickers in disgusting or very bad or meh, then it's not a good sign. But as you can see, we have completed all 578 stickers. Let me know what you think, let me know what changes would you make. If you made it through the end, you're an absolute legend, and I'm very thankful to you. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. It was a fun thing for me. I was bored, I decided to do this, and I enjoyed it a lot. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll see you soon.